Hi, this is Anne Marie Gaddy of Classic Movie Hub for an exclusive interview with Claude Jarman Jr.
This is Claude Jarman Jr. This is my fourth video that I'm doing for Classic Movie Hub. It's all in connection with the book that I've written, My Life in the Final Days of Hollywood. And it deals a lot with my days at MGM. In 1949, when the year was beginning, I had already made 4 films at MGM. And I went to make 2 more in 1949, The Outriders with Joel McCrea and Arlene Dahl, and Intrude in the Dust, which was a William Faulkner story on a racial problem in Mississippi, which is a movie I'm very proud of. But the highlight of that year took place in April of 1949, when I was called by the studio at home and told to report the next day with a coat and tie at stage 29 to have a photograph taken. And little did I realize the photograph would go on to be one of the most famous photos in moviedom history. It was a 25th anniversary of the beginning of MGM, and L.B. Mayer, this was a testament to him and the fact that he had my people who were there. And it was a very, very fascinating day. We were all there. We didn't quite know what we were doing, but it took an hour to set it up because everyone had to be seated. And what's interesting to me is that there were 3 people who were not there that day who were big stars. One was Elizabeth Taylor, the second was Margaret O'Brien, and the third was Lana Turner. All 3 were away making a film somewhere, so they were not available. But it was, everyone else was there, and it was a very, very famous opportunity to be there with the people. And what I wanted to show you were a couple of things. There's June Allison, Fred Astaire, and then you get over here, Arlene Dahl, and then you get here's Jimmy Durante, and then this is what I call really the heart of the whole studio. Errol Flynn, Clark Gable, Ava Gardner, Judy Garland. Then you get up here, here's Katharine Hepburn, John Hodiak. This is me here. I was in school that day, and I went to school till noon, and I came down to stage 29 from there. And what's interesting to me is this is Jennifer Jones, and she was obviously making a movie, and so she came from the set. I think Errol Flynn did the same, but it goes on, Gene Kelly, Angela Lansbury, and then you get back up here, and here's Jane Powell, Ginger Rogers, Frank Sinatra. And one of the things that's to me very interesting is how do you seat these people? Because you've got a lot of egos here, and no one wants to feel like they were slighted or marginalized. So it's very simple when you think about it. Everyone is seated alphabetically, and that's the way it worked. That's why since Tracy is next to last, because that's the next to last name next to Esther Williams and Keenan Wynn. One of the things that to me is interesting is that there are only 4 people who are still alive who are in that photo. There's Angela Lansbury, Dean Stockwell, Jane Powell, and myself. So I'm very, of course, I started out very young, and of course Dean was a couple of years younger than I am. But anyway, that is a very famous picture, and I'm very proud to be a part of it.